You look gorgeous and glowing.
Oh, stop it, you. No, I'm in Hawaii directing, and this Puerto Rican loves her island. Like I love islands.
Hey guys, it's Kristen, and I'm so excited to share with you my interview with Gina Rodriguez, who stars in the new Netflix film Awake. These characters are living through a mysterious global pandemic, essentially, that's causing absolute chaos. Kind of sounds a little bit familiar. What drew you to Awake, and how did you get into the mind space of Jill?
So originally what drew me to Awake was the script. I mean, I hadn't met Mark Rosso yet, but him and his brother had written this script that I was like, by like page 30, I was like, I think when you get to the church, do you know what I'm talking about? Did you get to see? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I read that, I was like, whoa, whoa. I'm like, what do we got going on here? What is this? And I was intrigued and shook and shocked and scared and really drawn to what was this an inspiration, just wondering what those gentlemen were thinking. And but I think like ultimately the idea of having to reset oneself, having to like be reborn, shed old habits that do not serve us anymore is really profound, really profound message that at the time felt really, like really like, oh, that's really dope message. And now it's like, oh, I have never felt this more, in my life. And did I know this was going to be the life in between shooting this? And then, now it's coming out. It's a wild, I don't know. It's just been a little like surreal, honestly.
What I really loved about this film is that, like, I think as Latinos, we're like taught to be fighters. And I feel like, in Awake, you're in this dystopian style film that's led by a Latino family trying to survive this situation together. And I just really connected with that. And I'd love to hear like what that meant for you.
I cannot agree with you more. It was seeing us at the center of this and it being about the experience, not necessarily about identity, but really the human will, the human strength. And that to me was revolutionary, because seldom do I read scripts that aren't, connected to my identity, my cultural identity. It was really wonderful to just see my culture of, like you said, we were taught to be fighters. We were taught to, and that is not, you are not wrong about that. At least in our two households, that is 100% the truth. I don't want to speak for everyone else, but I agree with you. That was 100% in my household. You do what you have to do, and you fight, and you get back up when you get knocked down, and you try again. And, and to know that the spirit of that was there, it felt like, yes, thank you. I am just a woman at the center of this, fighting for her family. And I use the things that I was taught by my culture for this experience. But it's not about that. It's not about that. It's about, the human drive, the human will, the like strength of a mother and of a protector. So yeah, I was like, yes, please let me be able to just drop into these spaces that we are often not in.
That's so important. And something that I feel like you do so much in all of your projects is just like really, bringing us into these spaces that we're not always in, or just showing us in a really empowering light. Do you feel like a responsibility to do that or tell these kinds of stories?
I feel that responsibility, not as a woman, not as a Latina, but I feel that responsibility as like my parents' daughter. Like I feel that responsibility to I don't even know if I even feel the responsibility. I feel like it is like, I don't feel like I have to do this. I feel like I want to do this. I've never stopped to, if I'm being completely honest, I've never stopped to say like, this is, I don't know how to explain this. It is like, I'm drawn to those kind of characters because I see that reflection in my own household. Like I'm drawn to these characters because I like love these souls, because I love them in my real life, because I'm trying harder to be like that, because I need that reminder too, because I fail and have flaws and make mistakes and crumble and, aren't always as strong or confident as I sometimes get to be in some of these films. And I think that it's it's for it's for my mom and my grandmother, my ancestors, but it's also for me, and the reminders that I have it in me too. And, I think I learned so much in those spaces where it helps me reflect on the ways in which I have to do better or be better, or I want to grow. And, they're not always comfortable, but those are definitely like, I guess I'm always after that. I'm seeking it too, I don't feel
Absolutely.
like this was put upon me by anyone or anything. This was something I wanted,
That is beautiful. And I feel like it just comes across in everything that you do. Like you're so passionate and I love it. I love it so much. Um,
Thank you.
and for my last question, I kind of want to tie back a little bit to what you talked about before of just like this rebirth. I feel like we end this film on this peak discovery, of what's really going on. Could you talk to us through that a little bit? And do you think that you'll continue this story?
Wait, continue what story exactly?
I just feel like this ended at like the beginning of something even bigger. Like I could see like
Ooh.
even more like this is a prequel to something even
Oh,
bigger.
oh, from your lips to God's ears, my friend. I have not thought that far. I can't lie. I am trying to really practice living in today. It honestly really trying to practice that a lot. Say I failed tons at that, but that has been my recent goal. But that being said, like this idea of rebirth and resetting has been, it's not only reflected in the film, but it's definitely, for me, it's been reflected in my journey. And it is very helpful. It has been very helpful because there are, because I'm far, far from perfect, nor do I want to be, but as we all are. But I think that going through films like this that help you reflect on ways in which you can shed, can let go of and be reborn into stronger, more mindful programs, like the programs we set in our head, and like really reflecting on that which will only allow you to be reborn. And that means like dying in a sense. It does mean removal. It means shedding. It means having to release that. And so like for me, making the film was awesome. I loved making it, and the cast was tremendous. And I have lifelong friends, and I've been really blessed with every experience giving me that. That's the gift, you get to walk away with these new, beautiful, lifelong friendships. And but that experience was so, so wonderful. And that's all we have. We definitely only have, between action and cut. But the film helped me reflect in ways that I can do better and be better. And I really dig that. And I really want to work on projects that help me through things that I need to work on. And so Awake definitely did that when it came to the existential conversation of like having to shed, be reborn, and the youth really showing us um, the way, the next
Yeah.
generations really opening our eyes to ways in which we can learn and do better.
Congratulations, the movie's amazing. You're amazing. I'm excited to see whatever it is that you're directing in Hawaii.
So much. Jugi Kemi Aloha. It'll be on Disney Plus. It's not mine, but I just want to promote it. It's so bomb.
Oh,
I mean,
awesome.
I get to have a little bit of love. I got to direct one, so I'll own it a little bit in my head. But like they're just incredible human beings. Courtney Kang is a great, phenomenal showrunner and creator, and is really making something super special here on Oahu. So it's cool.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, congratulations and thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you, and thank you for supporting the film. It means the world to us.
Of course, thank you. If you like this one, you can check out more of my interviews right over here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.